Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to completely shatter the myth that social media is just this fluffy, feel-good tool for brand awareness. Instead, we're laying out the concrete roadmap to bottom-line ROI. So, if you've ever found yourself wondering if all those tweets, posts, and likes can actually translate into hard currency, you are exactly in the right place. Let's get into it. We're going to dive right in by exploring the groundbreaking insights from Jamie Turner and Reshma Shah's foundational guide, How to Make Money with Social Media. Look, these authors are absolute heavyweights in the marketing world, and the source material we're looking at today fundamentally shifts how businesses should approach their online presence. It's an insider's guide that proves, without a doubt, that you can build a campaign designed to accomplish one primary thing, and that's generating real revenue. Can you actually make money with social media? It is the ultimate question every skeptical business owner asks. And to answer it, we actually have to rewind all the way back to a Sunday morning in April 2007. At the time, social media was so incredibly new that experts were saying calculating the ROI of a social campaign was like trying to calculate the ROI of your office landscaping. Basically, impossible. But a web strategist for Dell Computers named Ricardo Guerrero was reading a New York Times article about a tiny, unproven platform called Twitter. And reading that article, a massive light bulb went off. Ricardo realized something huge. He thought, if direct marketing industries could send out physical mail to thousands of people and turn a profit on just a 0.5% conversion rate, why couldn't Dell do the exact same thing with Twitter? So, in June 2007, Dell Outlets sent its very first tweet. By 2008, they had just 1,000 followers. Mostly early adopters looking for computer discounts, right? But those followers generated $500,000 in sales directly tied to the account. They essentially invented social commerce on the spot. And by December 2009, that account had ballooned to 1.5 million followers. The results of all this was just brilliant. By December 2009, this highly targeted strategy generated $6.5 million in direct sales from the Dell Outlet Twitter account alone. They weren't just updating a page for fun. They were driving targeted prospects straight to an e-commerce landing page. But here's the real secret multiplier. An entire community of fans started sharing these Dell coupons on Facebook for free. They acted as an unpaid marketing department, driving even more prospects at literally zero extra cost. Section 1. Making versus saving money. Now, generating sales is really only half the story. We also need to talk about how this keeps money in your pocket. We have to make a bit of a mental pivot here. Think about Dell making direct revenue. But then contrast that with Discover Card, who showed us how to actively save money. Discover used social media as a wildly powerful customer service tool. Instead of forcing every disgruntled cardholder to wait on hold on an 800 number, which, let's be honest, only makes people more frustrated, Discover started handling account inquiries via Twitter direct messages and secure online chats. They basically answered customers exactly where the customers were already hanging out. Let's break down the math behind a strategy like this, because it's pretty staggering. If you spend $1 million a year on a traditional phone-based customer service department, but you manage to reduce that cost to $900,000 by introducing a more efficient, blended social media service team, your campaign just saved you $100,000. The crucial point here is that in the business world, a dollar saved is a dollar earned. Your social media campaign effectively just made your company $100,000. But hey, what if your company doesn't have an e-commerce page or a massive customer service center? Well, let's look at customer churn. Say you're a $100 million corporation. If you lose 10% of your customers every year, that is $10 million in lost revenue you have to replace just to tread water. But if you just use social engagement to keep your customers happy and slightly reduce that churn rate from 10% down to 9.5%, you just saved yourself $500,000 in lost revenue. If your social media campaign cost you $200,000 to run, you are walking away with $300,000 in pure profit. Section 2. Reframing strategy. Start with objectives. Despite these incredible proofs, a crazy statistic is that only 12% of businesses actually tie their social efforts to revenue. Why? Because their entire approach is backward. Most businesses jump straight to step 3. They obsess over Facebook pages, Twitter handles, and tactics before they even know why they're doing it in the first place. You absolutely have to start at step 1. Establishing your business goals and objectives first. Are you trying to drive leads? Are you trying to reduce customer churn? Then, step 2 is developing the overarching strategy to hit those specific goals. Only after you have those locked in do you move to step 3 and pick the tactical platforms to execute your vision. To actually translate your followers into real revenue, you have to follow these 4 essential action steps. First, reframe your thinking. Put objectives first, just like we discussed. Second, you must start using management tools to scale your efforts. You really can't just wing this manually anymore. Third, formalize your metrics. Ditch the back of the envelope math and hold your team accountable for real data. And fourth, narrow your focus. Please don't spread yourself too thin. It is vastly superior to execute brilliantly on 3 great platforms than to have a mediocre ghost town presence on 10. Section 3. Essential Tools and Metrics. The reality is, you simply can't delegate what you don't understand, and you certainly can't grow what you aren't tracking. The source text contains a really stark warning about the dangerous trap of easy measurement. It's so tempting to distract likes, follower counts, and bounce rates because they're right there. They're easy to see. But these are imperfect vanity metrics. They don't actually tell you if your campaign is generating a single dime for your business. To really grow, you've got to combine these basic stats with formulas that track whether your audience's behavior is actually impacting your bottom line. To do this efficiently, you need the right software. Getting started with basic tools like Hootsuite or TweetDeck is perfectly fine for execution, but to truly tie your social efforts to revenue, you need to step up to robust social customer relationship management or CRM platforms. We're talking tools like Sprout Social, Oracle Social, Insightly, or Nimble. These platforms give you the actual power to manage interactions with prospects at scale, track their journey, and firmly calculate your real return on investment. Section 4. The Path to ROI. So how do we bring all of these concepts together to guarantee our time isn't just being wasted? It's simple, really. All roads in a successful social media campaign must ultimately lead to one of 3 measurable outcomes. Number 1, generating leads. Number 2, converting those leads into paying customers. And number 3, retaining your existing customers to maximize their lifetime value. Every single tweet, every post, every video you make should act as a stepping stone toward one of these 3 pillars. If an activity doesn't support one of these columns, honestly, it's just noise. I'm going to leave you with this final provocative thought, a genuine reality check for any organization out there. If your social media strategy isn't actively increasing your revenue, significantly reducing your costs, or measurably improving your efficiency, why are you investing in it at all? It is time to stop treating social platforms like a hobby. Stop just updating a page for the sake of it. Start tracking your metrics and begin demanding a real return on your investment today. So what's your first step going to be?